How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Geordie geek. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight we are talking toys. And as ever, I'm assembling some of YouTube's finest. We have got Luke from Hydra Collectibles. You all right, Luke?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to be back on this show. One of my favourites, like I keep telling you.
Good stuff, good stuff. Lots to talk about tonight as well. Got some interesting figures to talk about. We've got the Games Master himself. Oh my God, I just came up with that. The Games Master himself, James T. of the Keegan. How are you, James?
Ayo, what's up?
Ayo.
You can all see the James Master.
The James Master. Yeah,
I
but
thought
the
he was
Games
going to say
Master.
Simon.
Who was the Games Master again? The Games Master was it Patrick? He did the Sky at Night and stuff. What was he called?
Yes, he did. Yes,
Patrick Moore. Was it Patrick Moore?
Patrick Moore. Yeah,
Before my time.
Yeah, before your time. You probably weren't born, James. You're just a child.
I might not.
And speaking of children, mental age of children, we've got Simon. How are you, Simon? Are you well?
I'm well, man. I'm well.
Now, Simon, you're not at home. Are you in prison? Where are you? What are you streaming from?
I'm streaming from a sort of boarding house. I'm at summer school.
You're at summer school as a student?
No.
Mummy and Daddy have sent you away for the summer.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. Nice to see you, Simon. Nice to see you. And we have got the man himself, Super Sorrel. How are you, Sorrel?
Hello, very good, thank you.
Good stuff, good stuff. Lots to get through. So we're going to jump straight on. We've got a few people in the chat already. We've got Noble Young. Nice to see you, Noble. Hope you're well, bud. Hope you're well. And we've got Ron Hoot. Always nice to see you, bud. And we've got Dead Man Terry. Always good to see you, Terry. Please do check out Terry's YouTube channel. He's just starting out. He's got about 4 or 5 videos out now. So please do start and check that out. Fuzzy, I've heard about boarding schools. That's why Simon's booked himself in for a few weeks. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that live. You'll get struck off or something, won't you? Yeah, the police will be around later on tonight, Simon. Dead Man said, The Sky at Night. That's what Patrick Themajig goes off. Yeah, I remember him.
Well before my time then.
Well before your time, James. Well before your time. Let's talk some toys, gents. We've got the usual smattering of 1/6 scale toys, smaller scale toys, weird shit from Sorrel, and some gaming news from James T. Keegan. That's right, Fuzzy. Sir Patrick. Yeah, we're talking about him doing Games Master earlier on. They did like CGI in his head. Did anybody remember that? Is it just
yeah, I
me?
do. Yeah, it was a floating head.
Yeah. With like weird CGI shit around him and stuff, wasn't it? Bizarre show for him to be
James, does that mean you missed all of like the old video game magazines era and all of that stuff?
No, I grew up with like official PlayStation magazine and Games Master and Game Informer and stuff like that. Yeah. I used to collect them. I have a huge collection of game magazines.
There was always weird adverts in those, wasn't there?
There was usually Diddy adverts in there. Because the magazines were actually 18s, and I think so they
Diddy
because there's
Diddy. I don't know what.
Yeah, Joe, the call girls and stuff like that. Like there used to be ads for them in there. So you imagine
Diddy
11-year-old me.
Diddy
I've never heard of them called Diddy adverts before.
Yeah, Diddy's must be Irish.
Yeah, and the conventions back then, the gaming conventions had booth babes. Remember booth babes? They were
your Lara Crofts and stuff like that.
Could not get away with that now for love of money. KSI ruined that for all of us by going up to them and going.
Okay, chaps. Let's move away from boob talk and talk more games. James, you are kicking off tonight with the Prince of Persia.
So we actually, when we were streaming the show last episode, was in the middle of Ubisoft Forward, which is their kind of look forward at games for the next year or two. So they've announced a Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. Now they announced a remake of this game a few years ago, and we even had like there was a trailer, screenshots, like there's some gameplay in there as well, and it was supposed to come out I think January 2021, and then it got delayed to the following year, and then just disappeared for a couple of years. People didn't like the look of it. It looked like it was just a graphical reskin basically of the game, and like it had this almost kind of cartoony like proportions to the characters and stuff. So they've announced that the remake's now 2026, so my presumption is that it's just completely restarted development. They might go like more the Resident Evil route where it's just the basic outline of the game and they change up the level design and the what you can do in it. But I absolutely love Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Like it's an absolute classic. So it's sad that's now a couple more years away. Like I would have been happy enough even with just the reskin one. But I'm excited what this might end up being.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, that doesn't do anything for me. The imagery there. Prince of Persia. Am I right in thinking there was a movie?
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, it was like Disney wanted a new Pirates of the Caribbean kind of thing.
Yeah,
So that
didn't
was
work.
their crack.
It was
at
a
that, yeah.
it was a flop. So
I thought it was fine when I saw
it's
it, but
canny.
yeah.
We've got Andy in the chat. Nice to see you, Andy. Hope you're well. And we've got Sean. Always good to see you, bud. Dr. Von Hoot is saying Games Master was awesome. I bet no one remembers Dexter Fletcher presented Series 3. Yeah, I do. Dexter Fletcher was from an ITV TV show called, was it The News Round or something, Von Hoot? Was it something to do with newspapers and shit? But yeah, good one.
I just remember Jet from Gladiators being the game's mistress.
What? Ooh, I'm surprised I can't remember that. I probably didn't look at her name. Dominic Diamond, yep, remember him as well. Luke, say if we're from Boob Talk. What are these?
We'll go to booth talk, shall we?
Oh, Luke, I just
Yeah.
realised you can't talk about one of your images.
Oh, okay. Which one?
Don't talk about your little creature on the bottom.
Okay,
Oh.
right, yep, no worries. So first of all, let me just begin by just saying that this month, from me at least, is very NECA heavy. You know, there's a lot of NECA stuff being produced, and I love NECA, so I just wanted to talk about it. So apologies if that's not your bag. But no, I wanted to put up this slide because of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. And I just wanted to point out a few of the highlights, a few of the things that I thought were interesting. We, of course, have Alf, everyone's favorite alien life form, dressed up as a superhero. We have a glow-in-the-dark Nosferatu. We have a Jurassic Park, the Mojito Man from the Jurassic World
I
movies.
didn't know what the hell that was.
So in the movies, when all the dinosaurs are all flying around, this guy literally just grabs 2 mojitos. And you see
Yeah,
this
yeah.
wonderful
Remember that bit.
screen.
It's Jimmy Buffett,
He owns,
people.
yeah, he owns the like he owns the whole stuff. So it's a great little
Margaritaville.
cameo. Yeah. So personally, it's not for me. Like I was all over the Steven Spielberg figure that they done last year, and Ephraim was kind enough to pick one up. This one, I think I can give a miss.
I think, Luke, I know you're a fan of Jurassic Park. I think that looks friggin' awful. It looks to me like, do you know when you were a kid and you got the stand thing with the little button on the side, and when you push it, the thing
Squirrels.
wobbles. Do you know what I mean?
Peter, I'm right there with you. And for the price point, I think they want like £75 for this.
Piss
No
off.
way.
What?
Off.
Yeah.
I thought when I saw the image first, I thought it was like, you know, those in the cinema, those special edition like cups you get, and there's a little topper thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was one of those. Like, I was gonna say, Luke, like, oh, it looks like a cool, like a kind of a more obscure
Nah.
piece of like merchandise. So like, why wouldn't you want it? But yeah, 75 quid is.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
I'm
I'm
personally
gonna-
skipping on this one.
Yeah.
I'm going to call upon Fuzzy in the comments to tell us what he thinks of that figure, because I'm hoping it's going to be his favourite catchphrase. Let me know, Fuzzy, what you think of that Jurassic Park figure. Now, I do like the dinosaurs figure, mind.
Yeah, so do you know what? So I've purchased the original version of this along with Baby Sinclair as well, and
Yeah,
they
do you
are
remember?
they are amazing. They really are. Like these are on par with the NECA movie Turtles in the sense of it is like the suits have been shrunk down into figure form. They look superb. That being said, these variants that they're doing don't really interest me. I want to get the whole family and I want to have them as they are, but I'm not too keen on buying the additional characters and swaps of clothing.
You guys all remember this TV show, The
They're
Dinosaurs?
too young.
Yeah, it was like a
I'm not too young.
I have seen
How
it.
about
It's like a sitcom, but with dinosaur people.
Yeah.
Not like, yeah.
If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it for a long while, it is on Disney Plus, so you can go and
Oh,
check
is
it
it?
out.
I
I've been
don't
watching
know.
it with my kids. After I purchased the figure, they were very eager to take a look.
Fuzzy's on form tonight.
the-
Sorry to interrupt, Luke. You know, it's prehistoric mints,
Prehistoric
absolutely. Tried watching dinosaurs last week. Utter piss. So bad. Not your daddy.
The ending to that series though is so traumatizing.
Yeah.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite character was always the grandma. I think they had
Yeah.
there was an episode called Hurling Day, and it's where you throw the elderly into the volcano. But anyway, this one, Peter, I'm not too sure if this is up your alley. You know, I already have a Too Bad figure, but this is from Mattel for Masters of the Universe. They're selling both characters individually that you can piece together. I think it's still a set, but they're two separate characters, and you can piece them together. Again, for me, I'm not going for it this year. This year, I'm not spending anything really. But I thought it might be something more up your alley because I know you're a Masters fan like myself.
I like the characters, but no, I'm not. I need to resist. I need to stop collecting everything, so I'll not be getting that scale.
Yeah. So finally, because I'm not going to talk about that other item, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sketch variant figures. These are based upon the original sketches that both Kevin and Peter did of the Turtles when they first came up with the idea. And yeah, I was all over this. As soon as they announced these, I want them on my shelf, especially because I have a first issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just think this is a nice display piece. I know that they're not for everybody. It's not what people envision when they see the Turtles, but because they are based on those original sketches, I think there's something quite nice about that. And the fact that we were able to get a pre-order in and actually purchase them online before the event was fantastic. So my order is already placed and it's there. Anyone else now will have to go to San Diego Comic-Con itself to try and pick them up.
Are the shipping to you, Luca? Have you got
Yeah,
someone picking them up for you?
they're going to be shipping. Yeah,
That's good.
it was only like £12 shipping. So
that's
I
not bad.
was more than happy to pay that.
That's not bad at all. Not bad. I don't mind the turtle figures. I think they're all right, but not ones I would buy. But I do think they look interesting. Okay, Sorrel, what the shit?
So, Treehouse of Horrors for The Simpsons. Do you remember a couple of years ago, Funko did the horror calendar for Halloween?
Yeah.
It's 13 days of horror. Well, now it's 13 days of Treehouse of Horror. And you get a little Simpsons mini figure every single day.
That's not bad, mate. Are you getting that then?
They used to come out years ago and they were called pint-sized heroes and they came in mystery bags. Nowadays, they stick them in the calendars and release them at Christmas and stuff like that.
I adore Treehouse of Horror. I honestly look at go back and watch any of those kind of, especially the first like 10 seasons or so, like the episodes just remember brilliant. I remember there was like a video game series, I think, a Barsh, the Treehouse of Horror one as well. That was I used to love that. So I haven't thought about it in a long time.
I was actually in the charity shop this weekend, and there was a DVD in their DVD section that was just Treehouse of Horrors. That's all it was, like the whole box set. So I picked that up.
Nice.
So my dogs are going mad, so just excuse them. So are they like mini pops or something, are they?
Yeah, so the mystery minis, we call them. It's the little mini versions of Funkos.
Like the keychain kind of sized ones, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, I haven't got any to hand, I don't think. I'll show you. I don't think I have any on this one.
I have one.
But yeah, it's like the mini versions of Funko, basically.
Okay. So we don't know what the rest of the figures are then, Sorrel. We just
No, they've only shown off 4 so
Like
far.
that size?
Yeah, it's like that size. Yeah, exactly
right.
like that. Yeah, exactly like that.
Very
Just without the keychain bit, basically.
Very cool. Very good. I've never seen a horror calendar. I've seen Christmas calendars, but I've never seen a horror kind of a countdown.
There's quite a few. Like they did Pokemon the other year, so you had 31 days of Pokemon, like one for every day in October, and they were all like your ghost type Pokemon and stuff like that. That were quite cool. And then on the last day, you got Pikachu with a little pumpkin like hat on. Quite a cool one. But yeah, Treehouse of Horrors, there's 13. And the best thing about these ones is it's not like Lego where they tease you and go, you're going to get loads of minifigures and you get like 4 and the rest is just buildable crap. Yeah. These actually are a figure every single day. So you do get 13 figures for your money.
How much does that cost then?
30 quid in the Spitz.
That's not bad at all,
not
I think.
bad,
Not
right?
bad. You know, for a whole set of little mini Funkos.
Not for 13 little figures.
It's if they're 13, it's 30, and then your 24 days at Christmas, you usually run about $49.99.
Very cool. Very cool. Okie dokie. Bit of hot toy news. We've seen these. These are already announced, but these are now the blogger photos, which means they'll be hitting the shops shortly. These were 2 Avatar figures. I can't remember the names. Jake Sully, I know, is the main male character.
Nitari, is it, or something like that?
Or something.
Nitari.
Yeah. These are interesting figures. They're very, very tall. Very detailed for a hot toy. Your traditional hot toy fans will complain that you can see all the joint work on these, and it does detract from the seamless nature of an expensive figure. But if you look at the head sculpts are pretty darn impressive, and these are custom bodies. Obviously, it's not like they've just picked a body off the shelf. They've had to make these independently. These aren't bad, not for me, not things I'll be grabbing for my collection, I have to say. But I thought I'd mention them. Anybody out there an Avatar fan? You guys like the latest Avatar movie?
I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. And I remember coming out of it thinking I should get more Avatar stuff, but I'm not gonna get these. No room. It's too big.
No,
I like-
no.
I've got to admit, I do have a soft spot for Pocahontas in space.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, isn't it? Fern Gully in space, isn't it? Yeah, I do like these, but I think it's hard, isn't it? Because I wouldn't get these because I think the joint work looks awful on them. Whereas I wouldn't bat an eyelid if it was a Mondo He-Man figure. And I think the difference for me in my head is Mondo, I know, is a representation of a cartoon. It's meant to look like a toy.
Yeah.
These are the point of Hot Toys with these are they're supposed to look as lifelike as possible.
That body looks like they've taken the one that they're selling in the Disney parks, because you can, in Disney Parks and Animal Kingdom, I had one done, and you basically have your 3D scan of your face, and they put it on an avatar figure and like customize your figure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
Have you
really
got
cool.
one
So
of
it's like,
those, have you?
I've got one of them. Yeah, I'll dig it out and I'll show you, and I'll send some photos. But it looks like that body has been used, the same sort of body that I've got on mine.
Oh, we're talking. Sorry, Sorrel. Your face is on the body in the middle. Is that what we're saying?
No, mine's on the Jake Sully body.
Oh, got you. Yeah.
But it's definitely that articulation, because it's just got the knees and the hip joints and then the feet. It hasn't got like loads of other articulated points, and they are 12 inches. They are quite big, so it would match for that
Decent
body,
size.
that figure. Yeah,
It's interesting you mentioning that, actually, because I remember on one of the toy shows we did, was it last year or the year before, weren't there some Star Wars figures where you could send in an image of your face and they were going to map it onto the figures? Did that ever happen?
Marvel Legends and Star Black Series did it. I think that did happen. I think you can do that now. I've not seen anybody
I've
like
seen them.
get
they cancelled it.
theirs back
They
and-
stopped it
cancel
now,
it?
haven't they? Yeah, it's not doing. They're not doing it now, but it was Hasbro, and it was only in America, sadly. But yeah, you use like an app, and you like scan your face basically, and then a 3D scan of your face.
It would just look monstrous though. Like, I don't think
It
it's
would, yeah.
technology's probably not there yet. You know.
Just going to
if
put
you
my
look-
face
if
on
you looked
Jabba.
If you looked at Hasbro Pulse when they made them for like for some of the celebrities that were on there, they look diabolical. They look nothing like.
Yeah.
God. We've got 15 people watching. Thanks very much, everybody. Please do hit that like and subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to everybody that's on screen at the moment, please. Simon, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure?
We're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah?
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do
Let's do
this,
this.
Simon. Let's do this.
Okay, Star Wars Black Series, guys. So first of all, I have got Star Wars Rebel Trooper and Stormtrooper from New Hope. So they're pretty cool, dual pack. Yeah, so it's good to have those just to fill up army sets and things like that.
When I saw this first question that came to my mind, and I didn't look into it because I knew you were knowledgeable enough, Simon, to answer this question for me. Is there swappable heads with the Rebel Trooper so you can like have different looking ones? Is there like an extra head sculpt?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure.
So you're gonna have clones basically if you want an army build.
Yeah, it's just a repack of the two they've released previously. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the same figure again.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
And then to the right of those, we have a really, really cool Darth Maul with his Sith Speedster, which is an
Like
unusual
that.
one. Yeah, I do like that. I think it's pretty cool with his dual lightsaber.
It's a
So-
convention exclusive, isn't it?
Sorry?
Are these all convention exclusives or is it just that one?
No, just that one.
Just that
So,
one. Okay.
Yeah. And then to the top, we've got another Shin Hati to the obviously set with that one. So yeah, so they brought another Balin's and then another Shin to add to that set. So I've got to get those because they're adding to my completion set.
Can't stand her. She gets right in
I
my
can't. I know.
No, Shin
And then-
Shin is good.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Shin
So-
in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Peter was talking about Osha. Shin was cool. I like Shin.
I,
Yeah,
I thought
I'm,
he liked Shin as well.
I'm questioning how Simon literally just changed from agreeing with Peter to agreeing with you all in the same breath.
Peter, are you talking about the character from Ahsoka? You're
He's
muted.
not talking at
Oh,
all.
you're very.
Oh.
No, can't hear you.
No. Anyway, I'll get to the next one. Then we've got the Acolyte, and then this is I think
Osha.
Osha, Osha, which is because they've not announced her originally from the packs, because obviously I don't think they knew that there was going to be a twin, so they brought her out now.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
you know.
she's not the one it's May that's shown off in the promo material, so they probably didn't want to announce her to spoil that there's two characters.
two of them, yeah, exactly. And now she's out now, so which is
That's
cool.
a peg warmer. I'm telling you, nobody's fucking buying that thing.
You reckon? You reckon?
Yeah, useless
Yeah.
fucking car. Honestly,
I
like,
got the
it's a
characters
shame.
mixed up there for a second.
Yeah,
That's the
I
one
knew you
hate.
did. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's crap.
Shin was cool.
And the helmet, am I wrong? That's the wrong colour, isn't it?
No,
Isn't it?
it's just the way it's
No.
lit in the show. It is that
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the helmet is obviously the Acolyte, and it's called the Stranger helmet. So I think it looks cool. So
Yeah, you
It's
know
an
who this. If
interesting
you watch the
design.
show, you know who this character is now. But
Last episode was better than the previous ones, I think.
this character is fucking awesome, and I think the fight scene is awesome. The way he uses this helmet is made. I think it's called cortosis, but it's a material from Star Wars that can short out lightsabers. So the way he uses that in the fight, he has a
It's
bracer
awesome.
that can do as well. It's so
he,
cool.
apparently the actor trained. Was it 9 months or something for this role?
I wouldn't be surprised because there's
Something like that.
yeah. But I like the design. It's like people are calling it Smiler Ren, which is funny, but like I think it's very creepy. It's very cool design.
Everybody else watching the Acolyte. Sorry, you watched the Acolyte?
No.
You know
No.
Star Wars?
I'm
No?
a massive Star Wars fan, but I've given up completely.
You know, I know a few people, multiple people in my life that watched a couple episodes and said, "Nah, I'm not sticking with this
Yeah.
one." You know,
All I would say is watch the last. You haven't got to watch anything else because it's cack, but watch the last episode just for the fights.
it's the only one I watched twice.
Immaculate Conception was enough for me to turn it off and go, they're just trying to use that for like
That
Anakin
needs
story.
to be elaborated on, though. We don't know the actual deal with that yet. You know,
It's so they can justify the Anakin Skywalker prequel story, basically, because he was like Immaculate Conception style, wasn't
well,
he? He was needed
you
to balance the Force and was made from the Force.
You watched any of it, Luke?
No, I've fallen out of love with Star Wars, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I haven't watched anything for a really long time, and I hand on heart, I honestly don't think that I will. Like, I do want to give Andor a check out because I haven't watched it, and I've heard everyone say how great it
brilliant.
is.
It is. Yeah.
So I do want to watch that, but I'm just not. There's not. I'd rather wait and hear from you guys, hear from friends, whether or not it's worth watching before I invest any time.
The Filoni stuff's worth watching because obviously he's basically continuing his Clone Wars and Rebels sort of storylines. But I mean, all this other extra crap they keep putting out, I'm not enjoying.
Yeah.
Not the
true.
best. Not the best. James, we're back with you.
on the
Speaking
top of
of
Star
Star
Wars. So yeah, Ubisoft Forward, we got a couple of new trailers for Star Wars Outlaws. This is out in a couple months. It's out in like I think it's end of August. So the game, some games media and like YouTubers have gotten hands on with it now, and the general consensus is like it doesn't really do anything amazing, but it's just that wrapped in that Star Wars bow. It's just there's some special. So like and honestly, that's all I really wanted out of this. So yeah, there's some new planets we're showing off, like some new kind of traversal. There's different costumes that's confirmed. One of the developers mentioned in one of the videos about bounties, so I think you can do bounty hunting. So that sounds really cool. I hope you can get like an armor set or something, like you can go around like a Boba Fett type character. I think that'd be deadly. And Lando is in one of the trailers, so you can play Sabacc, which is a game we've actually never seen anyone playing it. I think it's in solo, but they never explain the rules. But you can actually play it in the game. And there's also video games, like there's arcade machines, so you see like what a Star Wars version of a video game looks like, which is kind of fun. So yeah, I think the world building in this looks really cool, and yeah, I'm very excited. Even if it's like okay, just having that Star Wars sheen on it, I think I'm gonna love it.
James, I've actually got a card of Sabacc that I picked from Star Wars Galaxies. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Excited
picked
to
up
see how
back
they
at Galaxy's
explain
Edge,
how to do it.
and I was playing it with the cast members in the bar, which was really cool in the tavern, in the what do you call it, cantina. I was playing the Sabacc game with the bartender and stuff, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, this looks like a cool like role play kind of experience in this. So yeah, I'm 2 months away. Very excited.
Looks good. Looks good. Luke,
Yes. So again, still sticking with NECA, I wanted to say about the stuff that is just hitting the shops. So before it was all the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, this is just stuff that's around for people to purchase. Starting things off, I wanted to go for a reissue of the Hannibal Lecter figure. This was a figure, I think, from their Movie Maniacs line, like many, many years ago. And they've basically re-released it just with some alternate heads. And I just feel that's such a shame because there's very little to no articulation on this thing at all. I actually don't have this one, but I have the one where he's strapped up in the chair. And again, like there's no movement. They are basically mini
it's a
statues.
statue.
And I would just wish that maybe they would have given us like an Ultimates version Do you know what I mean? Like Hannibal Lecter is such a iconic movie character. If they were going to invest the time to give us a reissue or an upgrade, it should have been an upgrade. Do you know what I mean? That being said, they have given us Angela Lansbury for Murder, She Wrote. And this is an Ultimates figure. I have no idea who this is made for or why people would want it.
I'll buy that.
Are you actually?
That's Angela. It's Murder, She Wrote. It's Angela.
I can
I'm
see-
buying it.
I can see
You're in a
people
monk
getting-
as well, are you?
I can see people displaying her with the Golden Girls that they did not too long ago as well. But I wouldn't say no to maybe a Columbo figure if we're going to go down that route of like detectives and stuff. I think that could be quite fun.
Sorrel Strikes is a Murder, She Wrote kind of guy. He'll be picking this up for his collection, aren't you, Sorrel?
Angela Lansbury, no.
Well, if you're not interested in the Ultimates one, they are doing the Toonie Terrors version, which is down in the opposite corner. So there's something for everyone.
I mean,
again-
I'm taking the, sorry, Luke, I'm taking the piss. I'm not buying that, obviously. I used to watch that with my nana. Do you know what I mean? Like 100 years ago. But listen here, and this is a good point with some of these figures. Who's out there asking for a Murder, She Wrote figure?
You know what? It is just somebody higher up that obviously loves the show and wanted the license. And it's probably not an expensive license either. So yeah, I there'd be some people out there that want
mean,
this,
Like
I'm sure.
Dr. Von
Well,
Hoot.
yeah, Von Hoot wants it, but this is a man that goes out dressed as a mole. Do you know what I mean? So,
Can you imagine if they'd done Neighbours figures? It'd be all over it. And then we've got the another Earl Sinclair variant, as it were. This is him in his work attire. And from what I can gather, this is all plastic solid goods. It's not like soft goods put over the top. So again, it's another one not so much for me. I have the original one, and that's fine. But it's great. It depends on how you want to display things, or if you're a completionist. If it's for you, then go for it. And then finally, we got the last two of the Turtles that we need for the Last Ronin series, or wave, as it were. We've already had Master Splinter along with Raphael and Leonardo. In fact, we've had two Raphaels. But now we've got Michelangelo and Donatello hitting the shelves, at least over in the States. I don't think they're available worldwide just yet. I think it's a Target exclusive. So they'll have it for a month or so, or a couple of months, and then hopefully they'll start appearing in other retail stores.
I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I really don't like the head sculpts on those figures. I don't know why. The
It's meant to
Michelangelo
be
one in
as
particular is awful.
it's meant to be as they're aging, right? So these are no longer teenage turtles; they're adult turtles, and then Michelangelo goes on, even further after that. Like it's just I like the story enough that I want these in my collection. I do. I have the other two turtles right here, but I purposely haven't opened them because I want to make sure I get these two first. And then I can open them all up together and have them on display. Whereas if I can't get those two, then I'll just sell these on as mint in box.
I have to say,
I'm
Luke,
waiting because I just know that they're going to release them as ghosts at some point. They're going to have the Ghost Turtle set.
Yeah.
like
I'm
the
just
Aaron
waiting for
Bartlett
that.
cover.
Yeah,
That'll be cool.
I'll be buying those two. To be fair, I love my turtles, so yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I love turtles.
I love turtles. Yeah, I love turtles. Howard and Sorrel.
It's not like we've seen it earlier, but
No.
Super 7 have announced Creature of the Black Lagoon as a part of their Super Convention exclusive All Stars line, and I don't know who this is for, but I kind of want it. I do kind of want it. It's a little pullback car, and you let go of it, and whee!
Have I missed something? What is the link between the Creature of the Black Lagoon and like a little tricycle thing? Is that
There
being
is
featured
absolutely no link whatsoever, other than the fact that this year it's the anniversary of Creature of the Black Lagoon. Other than that, that's the only link we have. But he never rode a tricycle, but he can ride a tricycle if he wants. I'm sure he was a baby at some point and had a little trike.
somewhere? I mean, I'm a father, so I immediately look at things like this and think Death Trap, because I'm looking at his flippers there, and I'm thinking that he's getting them caught in the wheels, isn't he?
My only thing is, I'm seeing this and going, all right, that's kind of cool. I'm waiting for the rest of them to come out now. I want baby Bela Lugosi. On his little...
Yeah, there'll be a market for this. People love these toys.
Would it
It
not have
always
made more
has.
sense?
I'm all over it. It's as much as I'm joking. It's Universal Monsters. That is what I collect these days. I'll be all over that.
It would have made more
but
sense to
for
do
me-
a bath toy, I think, with him though, like a little
Yeah,
speedboat.
one of
thing or
those swimming
something,
ones I
like,
used to
yeah,
have.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a bit weird.
I mean, this is why he was on my slide as well, because of all of the Universal monsters, this one's by far my favorite. And I don't care if he's on a trike or not, I would buy this. You know, I love the concept and the aesthetic of that creature suit. I just think it's brilliant.
Yeah. Shiny saying you could have Murder She Wrote follow escaped Hannibal around, then figure out it's him, but gets eaten and then escapes on the trike. Absolutely. Yes, mate, I am reading the Creature from the Black Lagoon comic. It is brilliant. I think Fuzzy in the chat is reading it as well. Up to issue 3 at the moment. Thoroughly enjoying it. Any of you guys read it?
Yeah, I've been reading it.
Yeah, all over that.
I only got issue 3 today. It came in
Good
the
twist
post.
at the end. Good twist at the end of issue 3 that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, well worth picking up. It's a good little series. And slightly different to the last series from the Monsterverse where they did Dracula, which was pretty much just a retelling of the original tale. This is totally separate. It's a follow-on actually because it's got some of the original characters in. So yeah, it's well worth a read. Definitely pick it up, mate. 18 people watching. Thank you so much, everybody. Please do hit that like and subscribe for all of the people on screen. Now, right, guys, you know what I'm like, so you need to talk us down, right? Because I've not hit the buy button, but this is from Mars Toys. This is out now. This is the Jim Carrey Joker. Riddler. Comes with 2 separate head sculpts. A rather long neck, I think. One of the head sculpts with the tongue coming out. You get all kinds of accessories with him. I think it's pretty darn cool. It is getting some very good reviews from people that have got it in hand.
Peter,
what do you think?
You have to buy it.
Do you think?
You
don't.
have to buy
You
it.
don't at all.
No, Peter does.
It's a shit
Like,
design.
I
Like, he
wouldn't
looks
buy it because
terrible,
I
like,
don't have any.
character.
I don't have any Batman figures to display it with. But Peter, you have to have it.
Well,
Yeah,
so
encouraging us.
you have a Jack Nicholson Joker, yeah? You have the
Yes.
Penguin. Are you getting
Yes.
Catwoman?
Yes, I've got the Penguin. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Catwoman.
will buy a
Catwoman.
Michelle
So
Pfeiffer Catwoman.
this is the moment you decide: do you just like headcanon Michael Keaton went on to fight the other villains, you know, or do you just cut it off from there? So you get this. You're gonna have to get Two-Face as well, and if they do Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, you know.
I mean, Fuzzy's saying the first body looks odd. The kind of the bodysuit, I would have him with the jacket on, I think. The
Of
jacket
course,
on.
because that's a horrendous look. I think with the lycra, ugh, gross.
Just buy it. It's stupid as fuck. Yeah, I think you're right. I might have to buy it. I don't know. Sorrel, what do you think?
I'm not sold on that middle head sculpt. It looks a little bit. I don't remember him pulling these faces in the film.
Look, this is terrible. This is peer pressure. Philip is now giving us money to make us try and
So now
buy.
you have to, or you've reneged on a deal there. I think. Is the
You've twisted me arm. I will pick it up. I agree. I think the neck on the first sculpt looks weird if you haven't got the jacket on. But yeah, thank you very much. By the way, I really do appreciate that, Phil. Okay, guys, moving on. Oh, but before we do that, we're not. Oops, that's Luke. We don't really show. Shit, what have I done? Help! I'm pressing buttons and I don't know what's happening.
What are you trying to do?
That we don't really show off what we've bought, but this has just come through the post today. Been watching the TV series. I've held back on this for a long time. Watching the series, this week's episode was friggin' amazing. So I've had to pick up the Homelander. So cannot wait to unbox this. It looks amazing.
Let me know what you
3
think.
different head sculpts. Looks amazing.
I've been
Cape's
tempted
decent.
to get one as well.
It's very cool. Very, very sexy. Very sexy. Okay, moving on. I think we're back to you, Simon, and you've picked a figure that I am very keen on getting. I've asked our friend Efren to grab us.
Ew. Okay.
Shit, what have I done here?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right. First off, guys, I've got this lovely Deathhead, which is a character I'm not familiar with. So you're going to have to maybe.
Superb character. First
character.
introduced in the UK Transformers comic, a bounty hunter with interchangeable hands, and then he became kind of a Marvel mainstream. I'm definitely getting this figure. I've asked him.
Was he first in the Transformers or something? Apparently.
I mean, that's literally what I've just said, Simon.
Oh, wow.
He just fucking blanked you completely. He just shut. He's just practicing the next word out of his mouth. He's not even listening when we talk.
Sorry, Simon, did we deviate from your script
Yeah.
there for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. First appeared in UK Transformers comic.
Transformers.
Yeah,
And the
Okay.
Doctor Who comics as well. He was in the Doctor Who
Yeah.
comic as well.
Okay.
you did.
So this is the San Diego comic exclusive. So yeah, it was a cool one. Then
He's honest, in all seriousness, sorry, Simon, before we move on, he is a fantastic character, and it's a bit of a crime that they don't use him more often in the comics at the moment.
Right.
But that first version is superb.
Okay, cool. In the middle, we have Werewolf by Night, Man-Thing, which I think is absolutely a stunning figure.
I'm tempted by that one now. I have
Yeah.
to say, especially if they release him, if they announce it. They've not done a Werewolf by Night himself, have they?
Don't think so.
No.
No.
So
No,
it'd be a nice pair.
no, not
This
yet.
is hopefully a nice indication we've got that down the road.
Yeah, they just came up with that new Marvel Legends line for Stranger Tales, basically, and the argument is like a bunch of other like the Son of Satan's coming out and characters.
Oh yeah, we talked about it on.
But
Yeah,
is this using the same tooling because they've done a builder figure of this, right? Is
Yes.
it the
It was
same
back
figure?
it was the Daredevil Netflix line, I believe, with the
Yeah, so
Punisher,
he's
so
got-
the
he's-
Punisher and stuff.
He's got new forearms, new hands, new calves and feet. The rest of it is identical.
Did you share your
They
script?
have
Simon,
basically
with
kit back
Sarah?
on it. Sorry.
And then and then on the third figure is the end of Marvel's 85th years anniversary line, which is Odin. So
Yeah, it's a nice figure, that actually. I like that.
You'd be getting that, wouldn't you, Pete? Like Thor fan?
Probably will. I probably will because I've got a lot of Thor figures in that scale.
I like that he comes with the two ravens.
yes, yeah.
Fuzzy wants you to brief him a little bit on Death's Head, Simon.
I don't ask Peter.
So he's my understanding, and because I've not been listening for those shows, that he's a bounty hunter that was first introduced in Transformers UK.
Well,
Then he went
yeah.
on to be in Doctor Who comics, but now he's a
There
more
you go.
mainstay character.
Well done, James. You're paying attention. Now, Von Hood is saying that his first appearance was in Daredevil 56. That's interesting, Von Hood. That's interesting because I thought it was the Transformers yellow cover comic with
Oh, so you were wrong.
Rodimus Prime on the CGC regarded as the first appearance in the Transformers comic. Interesting. Good stuff. Okie dokie, moving on. I wasn't as wrong as Simon. Let's just leave it at that. James.
Now, a couple things. So, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, which is one of my favorite Star Wars games, classic from the PS2 era, is getting like a remaster. So there's graphical upgrades being made to it. I think there's improved textures, lighting. They've added like a flashlight because I know a lot of areas were like too dark back then. I think they've remapped the whole control scheme. So it seems to be a lot of effort going into it. There is a port. You can get this game on PS4, PS5 already. But this is like an improved version. And I think the really cool thing is that they've added. So in the original game, there was like an Easter egg where you could find text. I think it was left in by mistake, but it was like, cash in all your chips to unlock Boba Fett, like your credits, like that you earned throughout the game. And you never got to unlock Boba Fett in the game, so it was obviously something they'd planned to do that they didn't get around to. So they've added that in now, so you can actually, when you beat the game, you can play through the second time as Boba Fett. So I think that's a really cool feature as well. So I'm gonna pick this up. I love this game, and I've tried playing it recently, and just the control scheme is a bit wonky. So if they've made improvements there, really looking forward to giving that a go.
Sorry, I was laughing. Fuzzy's saying he's checking now. Fuzzy, how do you friggin' know? You know us too well. Yeah, CGC market is the first appearance of Death's Head in the Transformers comic. But it might be a different character, I don't know. James, this next one's got us very excited, mind.
Yeah, so Marvel vs. Capcom Collection has been announced. So there's 7 games. I believe there's the Punisher, like, kind of NES or arcade game is in there. They can beat 'em up. So there's a few beat 'em ups as well. But yeah, I think it's really cool to get those kind of classic games over to a modern system in a cool collection. They've been doing this a lot lately. There's a Turtles bundle, Cowabunga collection I think you can get as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will be good fun. I'm gonna pick this up.
I'm definitely getting this. I remember playing X-Men Children of the Atom and things like that back in the day, so I think this will be amazing.
Yeah, good fun.
so yeah,
I love that. Like, I think that's a fitting crossover. I don't know why it works so well. Like Capcom characters and Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they do a new one, like a good one, because the last one was a bit disappointing. Infinite. If they do a 5
Yeah.
or 4, I think it'd be good.
Yep, looking forward to that one. Some good ones there, some decent games. These are nice, Luke.
These are very nice. So I remember when these were announced quite a while back. These are the quarter-inch scale figures that NECA are doing for the Batman series. I love them. I think these are superb. I'm not too sure on the price. Sorry, I don't know if you're aware of how
pricey.
much these are going to be selling for. I would love all three of these. You know, Batman Returns is one of my all-time favorite superhero movies. I would argue it's probably the superhero movie that got me into superheroes in the first place. My only question that I have, the only other quarter-inch scale figures that I own are the Turtles, and Turtles are always a little bit shorter than other humans. So does that mean these are bigger? Because obviously when things are in scale, you assume that these are going to be that much bigger, right? Or am I mistaken? But that's my only concern, because I don't know if I've got a shelf tall enough to be able to display them, because the Turtles don't even fit in my glass cabinets.
I'm sure when I looked at these, and someone please price checkers, but I think I had a look at these and they were over 150 quid each, I think.
Yeah. If I had to choose just one, it'd be the Penguin.
Good.
Followed probably by Catwoman, to be fair, and then I'd go for Batman last. But yeah, fantastic figures. They just look outstanding.
I agree, Fuzzy. The Penguin out of all of them is just stunning, absolutely stunning. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I like them a lot, actually. Sorry.
Just before we got into that, I was just going to say the NECA Batman, it's 18 inches tall, is the NECA Batman. And you can get it from the wholeshebang.co.uk, which is a UK company, and it's $137.99.
Okay, yeah.
Now, onto some Polly Pocket fun. Mattel announced this week.
Didn't even know that Polly Pockets was still a thing.
Oh yeah, they recently did Friends. Did no one get the Friends one from Smiths? No one
Did
saw that.
no one get the Friends one?
Check my
No,
collection. I don't think so. Yeah.
So they made like the two apartments, and they're sort of like folded together, so you can have like Joey's apartment and Rachel's apartment with all the characters.
Sorrow, I'll be totally honest with you. It's not for me, but it's for my wife, because she loves Harry Potter. Are these going to be at retail?
They'll be at Smiths, but you can get them from Mattel Creations website right now. Smiths will be getting them later in the year.
I'm on it right now. I've got my phone in my hand. I'm going.
This is the first in the wave. They are going to make more. This is the first one. It's based on the first movie, and it's the Sorting Hat Ceremony. So you get the three main characters, Ron, Hermione, and Harry, and then Professor McGonagall and Dumbledore. And you can sit them on the little chair and put the hat on their head, and the little thing spins above them to tell them what house they're going to be in, and all that good stuff.
But you know what? I mean, I'm mocking you slightly. No, I'm mocking the product slightly. But you know what? Depending on the price point of this is a great little fun thing for younger people to have. Not collect. Well, I wouldn't collect it, but for kids to have. Do you know what I mean? Because I remember the Polly Pockets. What was the other one called? The
Mighty Max.
Mighty Max. I had Mighty Max.
I love it.
Micro machines and all that kind of stuff. They were really cool. They were. Von Hoot saying is Mighty Max still a thing?
Just came in there
Don't
before you
know,
said
mate.
it.
It's not still a thing, but I do have a video coming soon. So stay tuned, because I pulled out all my Mighty Max stuff, and I'm gonna make a video about it.
Yeah. So the thing is about this isn't for kids by any means, because it is 50 quid. It's not cheap. Same as the Friends one. And they've done a Monster High one as well, where it's like a fold-up castle.
Right.
That was about 50 quid as well.
Sorrow
you know what,
is
though?
amazing. I'm still tempted to get
That's the highest praise any of us have ever gotten on this channel. I don't think I've been called amazing.
Yeah,
Peter, I don't
Simon's
believe you
definitely
have.
never been
Simon's
called
definitely
amazing.
fucking not.
Everyone on every podcast is talking about NECA and Super 7 and Marvel. I come in with the Polly Pockets, mate. That's where I come in. The bird's eye news is where it's at.
It makes me wonder what's gonna happen, because obviously they're redoing the Harry Potter stuff, aren't they, for like a TV show?
Yeah,
So
TV show.
it makes me wonder, because all the designs will change, even like their crests and their logos, the design of the school, like everything's going to change based on this new adaptation, right? So it makes you
Potter
wonder
with
what's going to
American
happen to all the merch.
Well, no, I hear what you're saying, Luke, but we've literally just been talking about Batman Returns. Do you know what I mean? And how many versions of Batman has there been?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. I think it will
still
still be
be-
around, but like, what does that mean for the Harry Potter studios? Like, does that change as well, or do they
Yeah.
have
I think
half and
they'll-
half?
It's
or-
because you've still got the
reuse as much as
Universal
they
theme
can.
parks. Yeah, it's still a British institution, isn't it? Harry Potter. It's what all everyone comes over for. It's one of the biggest Xbox we have these days. But
Well,
no, the
probably-
Universal Studios park. and
Depends
that's
how
still based on
successful it is, don't it? Depends how
Well, that's
successful the TV show is. They'll have if it's CAC, they'll have a little corner of it or something.
As well
Well,
as that, Warner Brothers is apparently trying to get to buy it off of J.K. Rowling. I suspect
Really?
that they would do The Cursed Child then, because the only thing keeping that back is some actors are falling out with J.K. Rowling. So if she's not attached anymore, go ahead for that movie.
I mean, I would argue that the film franchise that we currently have is going to live on for a very long time, just because the actors that were in it, actors that have since passed away, they're the best of Britain. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've had some amazing cast members in those films.
And also, there's no denying it's bloody good. Do you know what I mean? The movies are good entertainment.
Most
So-
consistently strong film series. Like there's 7
Yeah.
movies. Like 5 of them are bangers, and 2 of them are pretty good. So like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty good rep.
The camping trip of Baldwin's a bit dull, isn't it? Whatever that one is. I think it's 5 or something. Okay, hot toys. I'm going to skip over this because I don't know what it is. This is
Droideka.
Droideka. This is another hot toy. I think this is pretty cool if you like
very
your
cool.
Star Wars merch. It actually folds up, as you can see there, so you can. It reminds us of what were those? My son had little ball things that you threw and they had magnets in them and they popped open. Is it Bakugan or something? Or I don't know.
Oh, that sounds
I'm sure it was
familiar.
Bakugan or something, little dragons and things. This looks okay. It's not die cast, I don't think.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, but yeah, not
Cool
not for
options,
me
like-
that one.
I like
imagine a lot
that
of
it
people-
actually transforms. I like that it
Yeah.
folds up.
I think a lot of people probably put this with their Dooku because he often had destroyer droids next to him. So yeah, it's cool if you're building a droid thing. It's a really cool option to have these. It doesn't come with a shield effect, no?
No, I don't think
These
so.
have
Not
like a
that I saw.
ball kind of shield around them.
Yeah.
like-
Just put it in a hamster ball.
Just
Be
put it
fine.
on the
That's
yeah,
actually
absolutely.
not a bad idea, Yeah, so there you go.
Not bad. Oh, now Simon, these are good.
Yeah, these are really cool. Strange Tales. So Banff, Blackheart. So yeah, pretty cool.
Son of
starting-
Mephisto.
Yep, Son of Mephisto there. You've got Bloodstorm there, which is pretty cool. Dracula's there. Moon Knight. The Hell Vengeance Wolverine. So yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
I quite like these. I think this is a nice little set, actually. We were talking on a horror show the other day, saying that normally with these lines, you get a couple of duds that people are probably not going to pick up. Most of those are pretty desirable, I would have thought.
And they're all
Yeah.
in theme. They're all spooky horror characters, which is you never get like anytime. If you get like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie line, there's 2 comic book characters in there as well. So like this is nice that it's some people will actually want all of these, not just for the build a figure.
Yeah. I can't believe, mind, how quickly they're getting a Hellverine figure out. It just feels like he was kind of in a comic like just 6 months ago, and then they've got a figure
Yeah.
already pushed out, which is a bit
Yeah.
interesting.
You're too used to waiting fucking 2 years now for
Yeah,
figures.
well, for Hot Toys, you wait 3 years. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I quite like these. I do quite like these. Sorrel, you tend to go for some legends. Is this a line you'd get?
Dracula, 100%. Son of Satan, definitely grabbing him. So yeah, the Dracula I've been crying out for years, but obviously with the new Bloodhunt series that's out in comics, Dracula's a needed character now. He's in that armor, isn't he, in the new comic as well? So So I'm picking Dracula up 100%. Like I said, I definitely think the Satan character, and I'm hoping they do a wave 2 and we get like Santana and characters like that in there, because there's still so many good ones. And now they've done what's called Goblin Queen for X-Men 97. I'm hoping they give us an updated version for regular Legends as well.
I'm just noticing there with that Dracula figure, I'm liking the fact you get kind of the windswept hair and cape effect.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool, actually. That's a bit of detail, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, nice. I like those. Anybody else picking those up? Luke, are you getting any of those?
I get, much like everyone else, probably the Dracula figure. I like any action figure that comes with the additional accessory of a head, because then you can always put that on another figure and get double for your money. Do you know what I mean? Like I enjoy that part of it. So yeah, definitely the Dracula figure.
The Storm figure as well is going to be good. If you pop the hands off and put the other Storm hands on and put the Mohawk head on, then you've got civilian Storm from the 80s comics. And you could also make a damn good Callisto out of it as well. You could make a really good Callisto out of that one.
Yeah. Very cool. Going to divert slightly here, chaps. Tragedy Tales is just saying, did we see the trailer for the new Hellboy? Looks interesting. We were talking about that just before we came on live. I like the horror elements of it. I'm not sold on the effect for Hellboy himself. His face just looked weird. What do you guys think?
I think it's just an actor thing. You're not used to. We had a very iconic version of him on screen, and then another version not too long ago. So that's my guess. I think this will teeter wildly from shit to amazing, or great. I don't see this being in the middle, really.
I didn't mind the last movie, mind. I thought that was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
I hated it. Yeah.
They had some good bits in it, like the witch and stuff like that. They had some good comic book elements to that movie, but it just didn't work out.
I don't remember much from it really. So
I just remember, was the end quite horrific? Was this like some real Hellraiser type monsters on the streets of London or wherever it was and stuff?
Yeah, they were killing a lot of people. I think it was a lot of bad stuff happening.
Yeah. Fuzzy, I don't think you'll ever beat the Pullman. Yeah, I agree. Pullman Hellboy was superb. James.
Yeah, so Nintendo had
is that? What's that? What's
Which one?
Simon's gonna have to jump in a bit more on this. I've only seen a couple of trailers, and he's more of a Nintendo guy than I am. So Metroid Prime 4 has been unveiled. So this has been a long time coming, Simon, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, long time coming. Yeah.
I think 10 plus years or something. People are waiting around for this to be it was announced.
Yeah, you had we have had two other Metro Dread and another Metroid one. I can't remember what it's called.
They're side scrollers. I think they weren't first person games like this one.
Yeah, one
of them was a side scroller at least.
One was a repeat as well from I think the N64 or something. So,
so people are very excited about that. I've not really ever been a Metroid fan. I remember I had a Nintendo Classic and I played the original ones on that, but I haven't played any of the first person ones. So they're apparently incredible. So people are excited about that. And then this is, I haven't seen anyone be angry about this to my surprise, but I don't know if I'm just not looking at the right parts of the internet. But so the next Zelda game, it's called The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and you actually play as Zelda this time. So it's the first time. I know there's been Zelda's. I think a couple of side scrolling. No, I don't think there actually has. I think this might be the first time you're playing as Zelda in a thing.
It is,
So the art style is very. I think there was a link to the past remake recently that had this kind of cutesy art style, and
I played it. It's a very good. It's more a puzzly game, so it's very puzzly. It's really good though. Really good.
Yeah. So Zelda, the protagonist of the new one. So I've not seen anyone be angry. I'm surprised, but I mean,
no,
I guess, why not?
Everyone's loving it because obviously Link gets captured and she's got to save Link.
That's cool. I like that. Yeah,
and
cool twist
I think she's got some special building abilities in it as well, or creature control ability or something like that. So
okay,
it's pretty cool.
Interesting. So.
Not for me. When do you think they'll announce the Switch 2?
Ooh,
do you know what? I would not even be surprised if it was this year that they announced that.
Because Nintendo announced loads of games recently. I'm thinking December.
I see. The only thing is, it'll have to be out. They want those Christmas numbers, so they're not releasing anything. So, November, December really is going to be the period that they want to put something out. So, if it's not announced in the next month or two, it won't be this year. It'll be next Christmas, I would think. But the Switch is still selling strong, and people are loving it. So, don't rush.
Good stuff, Luke.
Yeah, so jumping from Nintendo to Pokemon, not too big a stretch really. This is the Mega Constructs Pokedex. I like my Lego or Lego-like things, construction bricks, and I just thought this was a bit of fun. It's a little handmade prop that you can build yourself. It's more so for my kids than anything else, but I just thought it was something fun to talk about that wasn't the usual.
I was sold until you said I have to build it, and now I'm like, no, fuck it. If it was a replica Pokedex, which I'm sure they exist, 100%, I would have been like, oh, that's cool. I might pick that up. But
they had little replica Pokedexes. They were like little pocket calculator things back in the
Yeah.
day. I think was it Tiger that made it? or
Tiger
something
made
like
them,
that?
yeah.
Well, I don't know if
Um,
there's like a prestige kind of one. I know there's Pokeballs that are like £100 that are like proper like solid material replica ones.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to see a Pokedex version.
But the
of
thing
that.
is, the other thing that I was going to mention about it is that I don't think the Pokédex as a device or as a prop has ever really changed. Like the Pokemon have always changed, but it's always been the same Pokédex. Unlike
so.
other things where like you have like Power Rangers, for example, their morphers are always a different design. So it's kind of a timeless piece. If you like Pokemon, if you like Lego, it's something great for your shelf. Now, bearing in mind they have only given you the images of Gen 1 Pokemon, which ticks my box because I love Gen 1.
Absolutely.
But other than that, you could technically put any image in there, I imagine.
Yeah, people will print off some Gen 2, Gen 3 ones if they want to put their favorite on there.
Yeah, exactly. And then finally, Mythic Legions, my new obsession. The direct window from the Four Horsemen or Store Horsemen website actually closed over the weekend. So now if you want this latest wave, which I actually spoke about on the last toy show that we did, you now have to go to your retailers. So over here in the UK, it's Emporium of Cool. So anyone that wants to try and nab those, go ahead and try. I ended up having to only order two of the figures directly from the Horseman because it went over threshold where I'd have to pay all like the custom fees and everything else. So the remaining two that I want, I'll probably pick up from Emporium of Cool if I'm being honest. But yeah, they're out there, so go and have a look.
Props and replicas.co.uk as well, Stockham. Props and replicas are getting they're a little bit behind on the wave, but they're going to be getting the Headless Horseman very soon and the Necromonus wave as well. So they were very sought after. So
I buy from Props and Replicas a lot, and I was quite hesitant because I wasn't sure they haven't appeared on their like supply list of like reputable sellers. Do you know what I mean? From the Horsemen themselves, I wasn't sure where they were acquiring these from or how it was working. So I was a bit hesitant to say them. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, no, the Props and Replicas are top notch. I order from them a lot. I don't see that being an issue, but yeah, they've got the Headless Horseman one in, and it's the green spectral version, which I'm very tempted.
Yeah, it's my favorite. I that was one of my first that I purchased. That spectral version is absolutely superb.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So if you guys drop us the those links to the stores you've just mentioned, we'll put them in the description of the video for people to check out. Now, Sorrel, you've redeemed yourself with this. This is amazing.
Syndicate Collectibles are starting to make their own horror toys. They recently released the Pumpkinhead figure, which came out, and now we've got the Howling. So they're going through their like 80s nostalgia action figure range. He's going to be 7 inches tall, so he's going to fit in with all the NECA stuff. He's going to stand quite tall, but he will fit in with all your NECA figures, including head variant head sculpts and everything. It's going to be a good figure. That I'm looking forward to it.
I think this looks amazing. I'm interested that they've got a variant head sculpt, but they're not showing you what it is.
Yeah,
it kind of makes you think. I wonder what that's going to be.
Syndicate are on a roll at the minute. Like I say, they've done the pumpkin figure. They've also got the license for the new Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. They're trying to get the license for what's that stupid horror B movie, Gingerbread movie? It's by the same people that made the little toy horror film.
Full Moon Studios.
Yeah. So they're trying to get hold of that license as well at the moment. So there's going to be some good figures come out of that studio, like all 80s.
The thing is, the Howling is just a classic. Like as soon as American Werewolf in London will always be my favorite, but second place always goes to the Howling, and then probably Dog Soldiers after that.
Dog Soldiers.
Never seen it.
For me, it's the fact that this one stood on his back feet rather because like the Kessler Wolf from NECA only stands on its front paws. You can't really stand it up. This is like a proper full-on stood-up werewolf, which is awesome.
34 points of articulation as well. That's a movable figure. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm looking at the head sculpt there. I bet that tongue moves as well. It looks like it's got.
Looks like and I think the mouth will move up and down and everything as well.
I love it. Lots of people in the chat saying they like this one. Looks incredible. Love the Howling. I may well pick this one up. I have to say, I do like the looks of that one. Looks cool. Looks very cool. Just a couple of rapid 1/6 scale figures. We've got the blogger photos of the Mighty Thor. Such a shame. This figure looks really, really cool, but the movie's crap, and I don't know. I'm tempted, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But the figure overall looks really, really nice. In the centre there, you've got the bloggers' photos of the cheap Wolverine. I'm saying cheap Wolverine figure. It's about 170 quid. So this is Hot Toys is kind of what they're classing as entry level figures. That looks pretty cool. I know a lot of people have ordered that one because of the price point. The claws are plastic, but it's got face and body, which means that you've got no seams in the arms, but the arms do bend at all the correct points. I think that looks pretty amazing.
It makes you wonder why they didn't do that for the other figures that we were discussing earlier, the Avatar figures.
I guess it just depends on the figure, on the design, I guess. But the face and arms are stunning if you get them. And then you've got the She-Hulk. I knew Fuzzy would like that one. Yeah, I thought Fuzzy would like it. Phil saying waiting on ship notification for the Wolverine. Yeah, it should be out, mate, because the images have been out for a little while now. Fuzzy, Christmas present She-Hulk, if anyone's interested. Fuzzy, it's a lovely looking figure, I have to be honest. Again, it's got a face and body, so you've got no visible joints at the elbows, but you can see the
Those
joints at the
hands.
wrists there.
Yeah, they're pretty bad though.
Which kind of stands out. The head sculpt is pretty cool. I quite like the head sculpt. Not a one for me, but overall, it's a decent figure. It's a decent figure. But yeah,
What's the price point on that one?
The She-Hulk's about 280, I think. 280. The Wolverine I've ordered, he should be coming soon. And that'll be my second Wolverine. We'll talk about my third Wolverine at the end of the show. But yeah.
I thought you already had a comic book Wolverine, did you?
Shut up. Shut up.
So you've got two of the same thing. And then the
got the
third
side
one's
shoot.
also a yellow suit Wolverine as well, which is
What's
Hugh
your point?
Jackman.
How many games have you got, Keegan? They're all just a variation. You know what I mean?
Just point and shoot. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'm look. I Simon, what the shit's this? What's,
Well, you know I've got to chuck a bit of anime into it, so
I can
SH
pass the
Figart.
first image, the second image. What the?
That
Don't
is
judge.
Anya.
Don't judge, Peter.
Don't judge.
Okay.
Don't judge, Peter. She's a very popular character with the anime folks. You know, she is Anna Forger from Spy X Spy. So yeah, very popular character with the anime fans. On the left is Uzaki Naruto with his Rasengan. So yeah, really, really
I
popular.
don't understand anything you just said.
Might as well be speaking Japanese
Rasengan.
there.
I said Rasengan.
Okay.
Rasengan.
What's that? What's that? Is that his energy effect?
That's that. Yeah, that's his energy effect. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that I have to say that looks cool, and I recognise him in his orange jumpsuit. I'm sure my son has got a statuette thing of that particular character.
Yeah. Of Naruto.
Have they taken a crack at a live action one of him yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
And I hope they don't because it'll be hard to
I'm
do.
sure they will.
They probably will. But...
Okay, good stuff. Moving on,
Mhm.
James.
New game releases. So it's been a quiet month, but the big one was Elden Ring got its big DLC expansion. So it's called Shadow of the Erd Tree. It is now overtaken The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine as the best reviewed DLC of all time. People are complaining it is too hard, which I think is pretty funny for a FromSoft thing because FromSoft games are always hard. But this one is
I bought this original game, Elden Ring. Anybody else played Elden Ring?
I played it
I've
over
not,
at
but
my
I played
friend's
FromSoft
house,
games.
and it was
Well,
really flipping difficult.
Right on my tits because I just
Yeah.
kept dying constantly,
They're-
and in the end, I just gave up.
they can be brutal, but that's the thing, Peter. It's the journey is not giving up, is continuing.
It's because your
and doing it
character
and
is
doing it
advancing, right? So each time you die, your character's still advancing until you can then complete the level, right?
No, so you lose typically the currency that you use to level up is on you. So if you die, that's left where you died, and you have one chance to go back and get it. And if you don't get it, go back and get it. It's gone forever if you die on the way.
I
So
just
that's
remember
sort of
I was
it's the risk reward
running
kind of
around
thing,
the
you know?
castle ruins and being attacked by a guy on a giant horse, and it was
Yeah.
an
Either they can-
absolute nightmare.
They can be brutal, but this one apparently the final boss of it is just like people are snapping controllers, like everything. It's just horrendously difficult. So yeah, I Elden Ring is a masterpiece. Apparently, I've not played it yet. I loved Demon Souls, so I'm not playing any of the Dark Souls ones. So I'll get around to this at some point. Bloodborne's a good one as well. So there's that, and then Luigi's Mansion 2 got a Switch release, so a HD version of that. So I think that means all the Luigi Mansion games are on Nintendo Switch. Simon, is that correct?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
Simon,
So,
thank you.
Oh no,
Yeah.
there was the Luigi Mansion did start on the GameCube, I think. So,
No, the
very
original was
first-
on the GameCube, but I think there was a remake of the original that's on Switch. 3
Yeah.
was a Switch game, and now I think 2 is this is a remake for a upgrade for the Switch. So I assume the
Yeah,
trilogy
yeah.
is now on it. If you've never played Luigi Mansion, they're really fun. It's like Luigi
I love
goes-
these games. They
Yeah,
are
it's
so
like
good.
a Ghostbusters. He has a vacuum and he's trying to hoover up ghosts and stuff, and they're kind of spooky. Like it's very fun. Like I really love the series. So yeah, that's cool.
Never played the game, but didn't he feature briefly in the movie? Didn't see the mention in the
King
movie?
Boo is the villain of
Yeah.
the series, and he's in the movie. And Luigi's whole segment in that film, there's a very kind of Luigi's Mansion. But I really would love a Luigi's Mansion movie. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So I hope they get around to that. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. You were doing well, Sorrel. The howling was a high point for you, and then what?
Mate,
what?
this is amazing. What are you on about? Miniverse. So you must be aware of Miniverse.
I'm not. No, I don't know what Miniverse is.
Was. So there's mini brands and Miniverse. Mini brands is where you collect all the little miniature versions of toys or household items like Heinz ketchup bottles and things like that. Great for your action figure photography, by the way,
Yeah.
because they all scale with 6-inch figures. But Miniverse is where you actually make something. So at Christmas they released like the Grinch one, no, the Elf ones where you could make like the thing, like the food you eat in Elf. And then they recently did Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory ones. Now they're doing Lord of the Rings, and you get to smith your own swords from the films. Basically, you are going to basically make the swords from the film to display, which I think is amazing.
You get
It's like
what?
using you use like liquid. If you look, it's got like there's a little fire pit to put the sword on. There's like a mold and stuff. You pour liquid resin into it to make the mold and pop it out, and then you've got like a little anvil to hammer it away and make it all nice and flat.
It's a little special effects.
It's a little
kit.
smith
Nice.
kit. It's a little smith kit. Yeah.
So my daughter's new partner is banging to Lord of the Rings. Is this the kind of thing I could get him? Do you think this is?
Only if you do it with him and then film it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Is it?
yeah. He doesn't. Nobody gets anything in my house unless it gets filmed. Yeah, interesting. I've never heard of this before. I've never heard of Miniverse. I feel like I'm
Yep.
missing out.
No,
Von
Get on
Hoot
it.
says it sounds cool. It sounds cool.
it doesn't until I tell you that it's £15 a pop per ball. So not cheap.
But you get everything in one thing.
Yeah, you get everything in the one. You get everything in the little kit, but
Yeah.
each one will be blind as well. So you don't know what sword you're going to get until you get the ball, and there'll be like 5 or 6 different balls to get.
My only concern is these chubby digits can't handle Lego, so I can't imagine I'm going to do well with an anvil. But yeah, looks interesting. Looks interesting. Now, this is again from Hot Toys. This is again their entry level figures, so you'll get this for around about 165 to 170 quid. It is the black suit Spider-Man. Full material costume and material covering over his mask. The only bit of his costume that's not material is the hands, which I do think stand out a little bit. Screen printed white spider emblem, and you get the web backpack and web effects and things like that. 2 different sets of interchangeable eyeballs. I don't know about this one. I
So-
really don't know about this one.
To me, this one, because I saw you posted a picture of it before. Was it
Yeah,
on Instagram? This is great if you want a black suited Spider-Man, and by suited I mean the fabric suit that Peter Parker wears, as opposed to the symbiote.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
know
if it's
exactly
going
what
to
you
be
mean.
the black suited Spider-Man, where it's actually the fabric that he's wearing, great. This
Yeah.
is a superb figure. If you're trying to display it as a symbiote Spider-Man, not so much.
Yeah, you have to get the one eyeglass, Pete.
So, I think you're absolutely right, Luke. So that's not my issue with it, but when I looked at this, I think of that classic Secret Wars issue where he gets the costume and stuff like that. That's the black costume to me. I cannot really remember him wearing a material costume a great deal. It always has that shiny sheen to it rather than that. That said, this will be amazing for posing. The articulation because of the costume and everything will be spot on. But I'm on the fence about this one. I don't know.
I thought you bought it already.
No, mate, not yet. See, not yet.
Not
No,
yet.
I don't.
He has
think so.
every tab open while we're on the show, and he waits for our opinion before he hits the button.
The articulation looks good. Yeah, I think it'll be amazing. It'll be dead easy to pose.
Thing
Shiny,
is,
shiny.
the problem with some Spider-Man figures is the material that the suit's made from. So, if you try
absolutely.
posing it, you're gonna fuck the suit up. So
This
this is really cool for getting good posing and good dynamic.
shiny, saying, I love the idea, but it looks super warm and comfortable in his PJs. Makes you want to have a nap, not kick ass. Yeah. Your comment, James, about the costume. This is the same material, I guess, as they did the Miles Morales Ben Reilly figure.
Right.
This is peer
He's
pressure.
paid towards it, Peter. You have to.
Thank
He's
you very
paid
much. You don't
towards
have to
it.
do that. Very much appreciated. Thank you. But yeah, this is the same material as the Ben Reilly figure, and that the posability on that is phenomenal compared to the other Spider-Man hot toys. Phil, let us know. I know you collect predominantly Star Wars. Have you got any Spider-Man figures? Because I found the posing of them quite challenging.
Yeah. So I have a Miles Morales figure, and it's he's wearing a hoodie. So the hoodie, the top half is super posable, but the legs are like the suit, and it's you can't. So like it's interesting. Like I got good midriff moving it up, but nothing else.
The only thing with these, I haven't put an image on, is that I do like about them in particular, is all of these Hono figures come with a stand where you can slot a comic book in the back of it. So you can have the figure with the comic next to them. I really like that aesthetic. So it might be that I buy these not having my cabinets, but have along the wall or something with the comic book and then them represented.
Can it fit a top loader though to keep the comic book?
It's already in a kind of, it's in a plastic
So
case.
it's in a okay.
Yeah, it comes with its own case. Because I love that central image there. I think that looks amazing. That's how I would have them posed. Okay, moving on. Nice figure. I'll probably buy it by the end of the night. Now, I have to say,
Yeah.
Simon, you've hit
Yeah,
the winner
yeah.
here with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
two. I do like these.
Bloody Invincible and Omni-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
They look
You're
really
asking
nice.
us, are you telling us? We're not sure.
Are these
and
kind
to-
of select ones?
No, well, Entertainment Earth. So
Oh.
yeah.
Entertainment Earth, is that not just where you buy them?
It's 10 minutes a
I,
shot.
yeah.
shop.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Diamond
Yeah,
Select.
who makes them, Simon?
Yeah.
Diamond Select. Yeah.
You sure?
hmm
I'm with you, Simon.
Yeah.
It's Diamond Select, mate.
It is Diamond
Do you
Select.
want to phone a friend? Are you all right?
50-50.
That Universal
Look-
Soldier looks like it's made by Higher Toys, doesn't it? Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Higher Toys logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do look impressive, mate. I like
Yeah.
them. I like them a
Yeah.
lot.
You'd be getting the MP with it.
No, probably not, because I've got the 1/6 scale versions of them both.
I see.
But yeah, I'll probably buy them.
Sorry.
I probably will.
Next,
Yeah. Next, we have Universal Soldier by Higher Toys. Yeah.
Van
My,
Damme, Jean Claude.
My mate is a huge fan of this series, so I might actually pick this up for him.
It's a nice looking figure. That it is a nice looking figure. It does look very cool. Seeing he's got the classic suit Spider-Man, terrified of taking out of the museum pose. Yeah, the suit creases incredibly because I've got the classic costume as well. It's a one to watch. Nice figures, them, Simon. I like all of them actually. I could see myself picking up them. Okay, we'll end on a bit of sexiness. This is my third Wolverine purchase. This is the Wolverine from Deadpool versus Deadpool Wolverine. Interestingly, the first proper image we got of him in the full mask sculpt. There'd been some kind of rumbling pictures beforehand.
I was in a shop like 3 months ago, and there was an officially licensed T-shirt with him with the mask on it. So like there's images of it. I don't know why they're just not showing it in the trailers. It's strange.
So this is amazing. You get it in two different versions. You get the standard version, which is the image with the mask on. This has got metal claws. The costume looks amazing. Got face and arms, so you get no arm joints in there. The special edition, which is a little bit more pricey, I think 30-40 quid more, you get the Hugh Jackman head sculpt. I think that Hugh Jackman head sculpt is stunning. I think it's absolutely spot on. So I'm definitely buying. Well, sorry, I have bought, and I'm probably going to pose him that last image with the head sculpt.
One thing I thought was a bit shitty is that the Hugh Jackman sculpt is only in the deluxe edition, which I think is a bit, that's a bit unfair. I feel.
No, I agree. The deluxe version also comes with, you'll notice on that last panel there, underneath his arms, there's bullet holes in his top half. So it comes with an interchangeable kind of breastplate, I think, which has got battle damage.
And so in the trailer, he has a look where he has no shoulder pads and no sleeves, and you do that look with the deluxe edition as well. I think you can't take those shoulder pads off.
I think from memory, correct us if I'm wrong in the comments, because I know a few people have bought this one. I think you might actually get the sleeves in the deluxe edition as well. I think you get the sleeves.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Okay. But I love the problem with this one is I love both versions, so I'm tempted to get two, but I don't know.
So you'd have 4 yellow Wolverines.
Yeah.
Madness. See, like, whereas me, I love the look of this. Like, we've wanted Hugh Jackman in that yellow suit for so long, and here it is, and it looks incredible. It's like almost spot on comic book accurate. But there's a Wolverine game coming out in a year or two, and there's going to be a figure from that. So I'm like, I'll hold off for that. Yeah, that's my Wolverine. I'm not going to buy 4 in the meantime.
There's no denying, but that head sculpt is amazing, isn't it?
Stunning.
I'm looking at it here, and it looks like a photograph. It's amazing.
That's probably the most impressive one I think they've done to date.
Yeah, I like it. So yeah, looking forward to getting that one. And then, like I say, that will be my third Wolverine. But each has its place, kind of. So let's have a look. We've said that one. Has the red bled into the white suit, Peter?
For your Spider-Man figure.
Yeah, I don't think so. I better go and check that now. No, I don't think so, mate. And he's ordered this one straight away as well. Yeah, I got it as well. Not getting this one, but the sculpt looks so good. Absolutely does. Absolutely does. Have you seen the Bumblebee from Lego? It doesn't live up to the awesome Optimus Prime. I don't think I've seen the Bumblebee one. I've got the Prime, but I ain't seen the Bumblebee. Any of you guys seen the Bumblebee?
No.
It came out today, the Bumblebee. It's a lot shorter than Optimus Prime. But it does. I'm not sure if it does, but it looks like it can actually transform. So it does look like that at the back of the hood of the car, like on the back of it.
Okay.
So it does look like one of the toys. It's kind of cool.
You do get the sleeves. Oh, sorry, he's talking about the Invincible figure. On Omni-Man, no, mate, silly that you have to do this, but I did the whole, so Omni-Man comes with a bright red cape, and there was a lot of people saying that the colour was leaching out of the cape onto the white costume. So Toys recommended you soak the cape overnight. I did that, and I've had no issues with it of note. Dr. Von Hoot saying Bumblebee looks cack, not a fan of the Bumblebee. Okay, chaps, we're done. We've finished the show. Thank you so much. We've covered a lot again tonight. Lots of interesting stuff. Just before we go, if I can just point your attention, I've got a busy weekend. Saturday night, we've got Cliff on Comics over on this channel when we're going to be doing This Is My. Cliff is a great guy, so I'm looking forward to chatting with him about all things comic books. And then on Sunday, we have got Mr. X from the Extreme channel. This is a very interesting chap who's got a massive, ridiculously big collection of statues, some custom statues and all kinds of stuff, and he's a really interesting bloke, so that should be a fun show. Luke, what we've got coming up over on Hydra Collectibles?
Once again, I don't know just yet. I've got loads of videos that I have recorded, but they're all currently in the editing stage, so you're either going to get a random video here or there, or they're all going to drop at once. I'm really not too sure, but watch the channel, watch this space. Something is coming soon.
Good stuff. We'll look out for that, Luke. We'll look out for that. James, what have we got coming up over on One Good Scare?
What's not coming up over on One Good Scare for you? Just at the moment, we did an episode on Friday of the live show, so that was really fun. Some good news on that. I'll Be Right Back on A Quiet Place out as well, with the tie-in with the new one. We have a review of Quiet Place Day 1 coming probably tomorrow, I think, tomorrow afternoon or so. And then we have I'll Be Right Back on X, so that's going to be out on Friday. And then the following week, we're going to have...
I'm going to stop you there. Can I just say, Mr. Keegan told me to watch X. Didn't tell us not to watch it with my daughter, did he? It's a bloody porno. It's a pornography. There's old people doing stuff. It's vile.
It's pretty fucking dirty. Like, so
It was quite a challenging afternoon. I tell you, sat in the sitting room.
Because you always watch it with your wife. You never watch it with your daughter. So like, I didn't think to tell you, hey, by the way, maybe make sure. I would have said, don't make sure the kids don't walk in on you watching it. Don't sit down and watch it with them. So so that's out on Friday. So that'll be fun. And then we have our interview with Peter Atkins, who's the creator of Wishmaster, which will be the following week at some point.
That was great. That was great fun. Lovely man. Lovely man.
Are you guys not doing Secret Cinema on Wednesday?
I can't. I'm working. No, it's Cineworld. So it's presumed. I have tickets booked.
I'm not working. Where's that?
Cineworld. Do you have a Cineworld near you?
Cineworld and Odeon in it. So Odeon's doing it as well.
Wednesday night they have a surprise horror movie secret screening. So it's almost certainly Maxine, but it could be that in the nature. Violent nature.
In a violent nature.
Or
legs
long
has
legs. Could be long legs as well.
All right, cracking. That's Wednesday sorted. I'll be doing that.
Fuck. I have to get out. I'm going to call in sick. I'm working so I can go see it. Give me 2 days extra to edit, you know?
Good stuff. Yeah. Good stuff. Simon, what anything coming from you, bud? I know you're away for 6 weeks or so, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm away. So,
community service, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing from me.
Nothing from you at the moment, mate.
No.
No problem. Sorrow, before you let me know what's happening on your channel, can I just give you a big thank you? Myself and James had a great time over on yourself and Jacob's channel. Was it last week?
Summerween.
Yeah.
Last week.
Doing Summerween. That was great fun. So thank you very much for the invite. Enjoyed that. What you got coming up?
Just to keep it weird and wonderful, just to prove that I don't just say these things on here, I do actually collect all this weird and wonderful crap. Monster High! We've got some new Monster High dolls. With me and my daughter will be reviewing that this week on the channel. And you can also find me on the Geek Week in Review podcast every Sunday night at 9:30 p.m. with Jacob Toys.
Good stuff. Thank you so much. Listen, ladies and gents, thank you so much for being in the chat. You've been amazing. Andy, so pleased you've enjoyed it. Nice of you to join, bud. Welcome. Hope you come back and see some of those shows. So thank you. Do appreciate that. Shiny. Bad show as usual, everyone. Disliked epically. Good stuff. Thank you, Shiny. Appreciate it, bud. Okay. Thank you very much, everybody. Really enjoyed tonight. It's been good fun. And we'll catch you all next time. So see you next time. Bye.